Welcome to Behind the Scenes of Chronicles Volume 3.
From I Am Lionel, which is me. Thanks to everyone who's in this room helping me set this up. It's been 4 years in the making, at least these songs that we're going to talk about, but yeah, excited to get started.
Good.
Thank you.
Let's start at the very beginning. And I suppose for those who don't know who you are, don't know your music,
Yeah.
who are you?
So I'm Lionel. I've been a musician / recording artist, musician first, obviously, recording artist after, for like around 22 years this year, which is a bit crazy. I've been doing this more than my 9-to-5 job, which you think about it. But it's always been a passionate hobby. And yeah, since being a musician and having bands, I then, changed countries and then...
Changed countries from where?
I just changed.
From which country?
From Portugal to South Africa.
Okay.
But born South African. Moved to Portugal.
You were born here, you went there,
Yeah.
came back.
Why'd
you come back?
For 9-to-5 jobs. No, Portugal didn't give much opportunity and wanted something new. So that's why I came back. But the passion for music never ended. I sold my little Renault Clio and that money went straight into basically buying a laptop to be able to make music. That was always the focus.
You've said the word music a lot.
Yeah.
How'd you get into it? What inspired you to start making music?
I think discovery. So my favorite band's Biffy Clyro, and I think it was the first time I heard them. Is what inspired me to figure out how do I make that sound.
Hey?
Yeah.
I like that music video of theirs. It's like a chessboard or something.
I think it's Black Chandelier.
Yeah, Black
I
Chandelier.
think it is.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know. Their sound was different. And I remember I was in self-discovery. So I think the big thing of also why I'm also doing this podcast, like for people to discover me. Back in the day, I was using MTV to discover. And I had a paper and pen I wrote down. And then from there, I was intrigued by the sounds that musicians made. And then that was the start.
And do you find that your music discovery or your personal music journey is very much linked to your own personal life and your personal discovery of yourself?
I think so. I think my life's been easy until recently. So I feel like...
What happened?
I don't know. Life happened. Especially these recent years since COVID. Yeah, it's like... massive things changed. And I feel it's going to help my songwriting. I feel the songs that we're going to talk about is better because of it. And also because I felt there's no time. So I think in the beginning years, I was protected. I don't know. It's
okay. How old were you when you first picked up a musical instrument?
So it was my uncle's guitar. I think I was like 13, 14. Soon after arriving in Portugal.
What's this?
And I was left-handed. So I used the right hand. Like it was a right-handed guitar and I naturally went left-handed.
Okay. So you were introduced to a musical instrument, well, not I suppose introduced, but you picked up a musical instrument at the age of 13.
Yeah, around there.
And that's when it started.
Yeah.
You were like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I want to do more of this.
Yeah.
And then you asked your parents for a guitar.
I did say, Mama, please buy me a guitar. And left-handed was hard to find, so I had to come from the UK. And she's like, are you going to do this forever or is it just a once-off thing? And...
what is the hardest guitar to find? A left-handed six string.
Yes, six string.
Lionel, we're keeping this clean.
Sorry.
Tell me a few little milestones that happened along the way from playing Uncle's guitar at 13 to now. What are some significant moments for you?
So I think, soon after learning and being intrigued, I never was a cover guy. I was always like, I want to create my own stuff, which was interesting. And I think it also hindered my, not skills, but I was always pigeonholed because I was in creation mode and not like observing and learning mode. But then after that, band. And I was like, no, I need a band. I need people to enjoy this with, to create things with, to create with. And then I started, I guess, begging people to play an instrument. And then we started getting bands, went through the bands, finished the bands. When I had the last band, Palvray, that's when it ended. When it ended is basically when I decided to come back to South Africa. Palvray.
What does it mean?
Nothing. I was trying to be like my favorite band.
You just like threw a bunch of letters, like, you know those letters on the fridge?
Actually, what it really was...
you were like, Palvray.
It was actually a typo because my Portuguese was never up to... I was always a foreigner. You could hear by my accent. So...
I literally can't hear by your accent.
Not now because I sound South African, but there in Portugal, they pick it up. It was a mistyped word, which is palavra, which is word in Portuguese.
What does it mean?
Word. Yes.
Word.
So it was actually a mistype, and I thought, oh, that's cool, put a Y on it. And that's how actually it became.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Palvray.
That was it.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the opening act. No,
You must say it in Portuguese.
Were you the opening act? You probably the
Generally,
main
yeah. Towards
The
the end.
opening
yeah.
act. How do you say it in Portuguese?
You're on the spot, bro. Abertura desta banda Palvray.
Destatura para Palvray.
Abertura do concerto Palvray.
Nice.
Something like that.
A lot of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot has happened since releasing your documentary in 2017.
Yes. So after I came back to South Africa, I did the documentary, which was more, and I've been a solo musician since then. So after the band ended, I came here, I recorded all of Palvray songs. We had like 19 songs, recorded everything. And then after that I felt like, what now? And that's when I did the docu.
Where's that docu now? Still online?
On YouTube.
New listeners can still go watch it.
Yes. Wherever you're watching this now, which is most probably YouTube, it's on the channel also. Yeah, so that's a bit of a...
Or put it in the
full
description
history. Yes.
below. All right, share some highlights of your musical journey since that documentary. What's happened since then?
Yeah, so...
What projects have you been working on?
So I think since the docu, it's more I'm Lionel. So that's when I'm Lionel was established. I wanted it to be a project of honesty and being real with myself and also with the music I make. And I think that's what I've been doing. Since then, I released my stuff on Spotify. Before it was very much SoundCloud.
It's actually quite tricky doing your own stuff because I remember when I recorded for my band, going to my mate's house and get into the bedroom and record what we can, do a simple mix. And then depending on which system you listen to it on, in the car radio, it sounds so much different in your car speakers to when you get home on your home system to putting in-ears in. That's where mixing actually becomes quite tricky.
Yeah.
Catering for a wide array of sound systems.
Yeah. And that is part of the trick. And why I think since Chronicles Volume 2, I unlocked that potential. Yeah, it's about translating. And the course that I did, I paid $1,000 for this course. And I was like, it's a lot of money, especially in rands. But thank God I did that because it did unlock. It's shortcuts. These courses and you just need to find the right source. It unlocked the potential. Since that's basically what's been happening. I've just been releasing music.
How many monthly listeners do you have?
Zero.
That doesn't sound right.
It's zero.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what we're making.
Exactly. There's a bigger plan here.
This is exactly we're building up into 1 million monthly users.
Yes.
We're on the runway, right?
100,000 would be easier.
All right. So Volume 3 marks a new chapter in your musical journey. All right.
Yes.
So what sets this project apart from your previous releases?
The songwriting, definitely, and we'll chat about that when we chat about each song. And the mixing. When I did that course, when I took that course, I already had recorded Volume 2. So we're talking Volume 2, the past release, already. So I actually applied all of the mixing skills, but I didn't apply the recording skills. So there's 2 layers to this. There's recording, how you record the sounds, the sources, and then the next level is how do you mix and then translate to speakers and make sure it's competitive, in the streaming platforms. And
who are you competing against?
What's out there in my genre. So that's when we say competing, it's like it needs to sound as loud and as balanced as your competitor. It's not really, but that's the word they kind of use, competitive. It needs to be competitive. So when you're switching between songs on Spotify, whatever, it's not dipping and the sounds don't seem thinner and all that stuff.
Exactly. And I suppose the form that you're packaging it in has a huge bearing on the success.
Yes.
Right? Because you could be, it could be an amazing song, incredible lyrics, but if the sound is terrible, no one's going to want to listen to that. Whereas someone else might have a 4-chord, the same 4 chords that every single pop artist uses with the same lyrics. It's just recorded better. They're going to listen to that.
100%.
Yeah.
So it matters, especially in this day and age, which streaming's treated just like social media. You're just skipping and swiping. Yeah, the value of it, and I think we'll touch on that later, way at the end of this. The value of streaming has it's hurting. But that's what makes Volume 3 different. It's massive. I'm very proud of them.
So what I'm hearing from you is that Volume 3 is technically a lot better.
Yes.
So the quality's better in every sense of the recording, just the songs themselves, the lyrics,
exactly,
the form of the music itself, in your opinion. Well, I haven't heard it yet, so I'm actually looking forward to hearing it out for the first time. And tell me, what inspired you to start this podcast?
I think it's at the back of that. I feel like I need to shout this, and I finally feel like I need to shout this from the rooftops. the mountains. out
Why
there.
haven't you?
My shit wasn't good enough. Simple as that. I knew deep down my stuff wasn't good enough.
Or you didn't think it was good enough?
Look,
Which one is it?
Volume 2 was better. I think it's listenable. And people will be like, okay.
Yeah.
But everything past Volume 2 was not good enough. From a translating perspective.
Everything before volume 2?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I know that. Everyone can go now. The stuff's on. I think it's important to show progression.
It's difficult.
It's all on Spotify. You can hear that progression.
Music is deeply personal.
It is.
So a lot of the time, we might be apprehensive to put it out there because we're worried about what people will think.
Yeah.
And we're super critical of ourselves.
100%.
As a musician.
Definitely.
And also because I know you.
Yes.
I know you beyond music. I know you in a professional sense. And I know that you are a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that your perfectionism plays into this? And possibly, I mean, for you to say, I think this is great as a perfectionist makes me wonder, like this, then it's really, really, really good, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to translate to the world. We're going to find out together. I'll keep you posted. But yes, I feel the same way. I am a perfectionist, and it's bad because that's why it's taken me 4 years to release volume 3, and that's ridiculously long to release 3 music. But again, I do have a 9 to 5 and other things in life. But this deserves it. This deserves this podcast. Deserves you, asking for you to be in this room. My boy at the back there. I feel it's
Cousin Vince
at the back. He actually helped with the docky, so he's still helping.
That's incredible. He's part of the journey.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. Okay, so up next we'll explore the sonic landscape of All the Same.
All the Same.
Stay tuned.